Hey folks, this is Mary. Welcome to day 17 of 30 Blue Ink's 30 Days. Today's color is Pilot Iroshizuku Tsuyu-kusa. And it is I say this about all the inks, but it is a lovely blue ink. Although when I swatched it, it turned out a bit lighter than I thought it would. Looking at the color in the bottle, it seems much darker. But it's lighter on the swatch card, so we're going to see how it turns out in my pen. I do have to tell you, I ordered this ink from Amazon, and it came in a box, in a pretty big box, all by itself, with no padding of any kind. And I don't know if you can see the scratches on the box, but it was pretty dinged up in transit, and I was concerned for the bottle when I opened up the bottle package. But it turns out the bottle was okay, it wasn't broken, and these are fairly, thick, sturdy bottles. So it survived the trip, and I'm so glad. Alright, so I've already swatched this card, so we're going to go ahead and do our writing sample. Oh, and my pen for today is a Monteverde Monza, and let's see if you guys can see this okay. It is very similar to the Jinhao 992, which is what I used yesterday. Let's see where that pen is. So here is the Jinhao, and here is the Monteverde Monza, and they are almost identical. In fact, I cleaned a bunch of both pens at one point, and I think I got the parts mixed up. And there's no way to tell if I got them back correctly because they look exactly the same. But I do have to say, the Jinhao has a black plastic feed, and the Monza has a clear feed, which I think is really cool because then you can see the ink in the feed, and I really like that. But I like both pens. I think they both write really well. All right. So let's do our writing sample. Right. So this is a lighter looking blue. It has some interesting shading, and I don't know if I would say the swatch card matches the ink. The ink on the page looks much lighter than it does on the card. But again, that might be the Clairefontaine paper. Sometimes things come out lighter on this paper than they do on other papers. Alright, let's look at some swatch cards. So, what did I do with my cards? Let me see. So this is a, in my mind it's more of a, kind of a, I want to say a pastel blue. It's not a pastel blue, but it has kind of a soft color to it. It's not a harsh or a bright color. It's a soft blue. So that's what I mean when I say pastel. It's not a pastel blue, but it's just a softer color. So I pulled out some of my softer colors. There is Califolio Bleu Mediterranee. And of course that one is much lighter, but again it's that very soft color. Here is the Sailor Ink Studio 143. And I was actually looking for this one, and I couldn't find the card, and that's because I was looking for a card color that was this color instead of this light color, because I wasn't expecting the swatch card to be that light. I didn't remember it being so light, but I was thinking that these would kind of match each other, because the ink, to me, the ink writes. This ink writes the way this ink does, if that makes any sense. but on the swatch cards they look very different. I think in the pen they look much more similar. Actually, let me get my book out here. I don't think we'll be able to compare this too well, but here is today's writing sample. And where is the 143? Let's see. When did I do that one? Well, goodness, I thought I had just done that one. Well, my, how time flies. Oh, you know what? I forgot to write the ink down. Because I had it in the Cross Calais because it had a nice wet medium nib. So this is the Sailor Ink Studio ink. And this is the Tsuyu-kusa. So I don't think I can fold that where you can see it. Now that's not helpful at all. But this writes very lightly. And this writes very lightly. But this has a lot of shading. That's very pretty. Okay, sorry for the detour. So let's continue on. So here is one of my other favorite inks, the shading ink from Troublemaker called Milky Ocean. And again, this has undertones of purple, which this ink does not have, but still it's that really soft blue color. Here is Diamine Sapphire Blue, and he's looking a bit more purple, but again, it's that soft color. And here's Waterman Serenity Blue, another beautiful underrated blue ink. And again, looking more purple, but has some nice sheen. There's Nemesine Neptune Blue. I'm sorry these Nemesine inks aren't available anymore, but I am glad that I managed to get a few bottles. So again, these are looking pretty similar, but not close to our ink of the day. So let's see what else we have here. We've got Califolio Omi Osun, and he's a bit darker. Oh, you know, my eyes just keep playing tricks on me. I would swear there is some green shading in that ink, but I think it's just my eyes. There is Papier Plume Forget-Me-Not Blue. And again, it's that nice soft color, that less saturated color, but looking a bit more purpley, I think, and not quite as blue. There is Krishna Winter V3. He's not really looking like anybody. That card looks kind of strange. I might need to re-swatch that card. Here is Pilot Namiki Blue. Now in the drip on the Tsuyu-kusa, I would say the drip color matches this Namiki color, but the rest of it looks much lighter. Here is Diamine China Blue. And this is one that I did earlier in the month, and I think this is another underrated blue ink. It's beautiful in the nib, but really not close to that color. I would say maybe closer to Forget-Me-Not Blue. And finally, I have Tasha Ao Blue. He's darker, but again, much more purple. So, wow. I would say that I really don't have an ink that's close to this Tsuyu-kusa. I really enjoy these Pilot Iroshizuku inks. They're so beautiful. They're so well behaved. There's so many different colors. There's just a lot to like about those inks. So I hope you enjoyed our video today. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more of my videos, please consider subscribing. And I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.